Welcome back to the channel. My name is Darren Kellerman. This is Squarely on the Level, and I'm working in association with the Grand Lodge of Kansas. This week, going to be a rapid fire episode. Got a lot of topics to cover. All these come from questions that you submitted either at squarelylevel@kansasmason.org or to my personal email at kellerman@kansasmason.org. We're going to talk about the annual communication schedule, ladies events, have some information on the 2019 raffle car, an open house event. What are we going to do about those Entered Apprentices that haven't advanced yet? All sorts of stuff. And again, if you want to ask a question, you can either leave it in the comments below here or submit it to squarelylevel@kansasmason.org. Oh, right now, if you go on to like what you see or you like the episode you've been having, just take 2 seconds, hit that like button, slide over, click on it. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe down there in the right-hand corner of your screen. And if you want to be automatically notified of our uploads each week or whenever we put out content, click on the notification bell as well. I'd like to say thank you if you already subscribed, and we're slowly climbing up there. So it takes a while to grow the channel, and that's okay. But if you share it out and say, hey, this guy, he's got some interesting stuff, or maybe, hey, just watch what he's doing and learn some stuff about Kansas Freemasonry, I appreciate it. So the question we're getting most frequently right now is there a schedule for the annual communication? There certainly is. It's taken a little bit of tweaking this year because we're in a new location down in Wichita. And, oh yeah, if you haven't registered yet, make sure you get on that and get a room in there. Ask for the Grand Lodge of Kansas special rate. But as for the schedule, it took a little bit more because they're trying to put all the rooms and stuff together with that. But I talked to the Grand Master, Deputy Grand Master. I got the master schedule, and you can see it here on the screen right now. And by the time this video comes out, we should have that posted on the Grand Lodge Facebook page. And you can just right-click, save that to your device, to your desktop, to wherever, and carry it with you. Make sure you forward it if you want to somebody else. Share it on your own page if you like. But here it is. The biggest thing to remember is if you're coming in early, and I suggest, and by early I mean Thursday night, there is a welcome reception hosted by the Kansas Masonic Foundation. And this has become quite the big deal. It is a nice little social hour, free of charge, hors d'oeuvres, beverages. It's a great evening. It's kind of a welcome in. It's supposed to be casual, but most people end up putting on a jacket and such, and it's quite the big deal. So Thursday night it kicks off. Friday morning, 8:30 is the public grand opening. Last year we broadcast that live on Facebook Live. Biggest broadcast we've ever had, so expect to see that again this year. If you can't be there, I'll broadcast that for you. I'll get back behind the camera where I belong and do that. We'll try to broadcast some from the All-Masonic Banquet Friday night, and then possibly the officer installation on Saturday as well. So we'll have more about that right here when we're going to broadcast live. But for now, here is the annual communication schedule. The next question we have is, what about the ladies? Well, if you follow our Facebook page, you know we got stuff for the ladies going. And I guess I say we, it's not we. The ladies have done it themselves. Deputy Grand Master's wife, Sherelle Morrow, has planned a great series of events. And the details are somewhat listed right here in this post we put up earlier this week. But it looks like a great event. Thursday night, they're going to be watching chick flicks while we guys do our thing down by the bar or whatever, having our own little social time, catching up, doing those things that we always do when we get together. But the ladies are going to get in their PJs or comfortable clothing, grab a bottle of wine or their favorite beverage, favorite snack, and watch some chick flicks. What a great way for the ladies to kick off a Grand Lodge weekend. So ladies, if you haven't seen that schedule, get on our Facebook page and then make sure you get into the Kansas Freemasons ladies page. We can't see that. That's for the ladies only. So if you need access to that, just let me know. I'll hook you up with Sherelle or Tiger Borum and get you in there. In 2018, the Grand Master sent out a bunch of letters. They went out to members who were suspended for non-payment of dues and to those who had not advanced in their degree work after their Entered Apprentice or Fellowcraft degrees. I've told you here before on the channel that my lodge gained 1 member back from that. We thought we'd lost him from non-payment of dues. Well, there'd been some stuff going on in his life, and he got back in. He's back in our lodge, but because of his affiliation in another town, he's transferred out. So that's a win for everybody. This guy is now engaged in the lodge he's at. He's back active in Freemasonry, all because the Grand Master took the initiative. And our Grand Master's doing it again. This past week and a half, somewhere in there, 200 pieces of correspondence went out to members who had not advanced after their Entered Apprentice degree. The Grand Master is granting a special event, and it's going to occur, I just lost it here. March the 2nd is when it is, up at Wyandotte Lodge number 3. That's in North Kansas City. It is going to be a degree work day for all those guys who have not been able, for whatever reason, to get their fellowcraft degree, second degree, if you will, however you say it, where you're at. And a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is one of those mass conferrals. That's not what this is about. This is for those guys who just couldn't make it back to Lodge. Maybe it has to do with a conflict on the night of Lodge. Their schedule's just too darn busy. Their health got bad. Something kept them from coming back and getting their fellowcraft degree. They're still going to have to meet the same requirements as the rest of us have to. But we're doing it on a Saturday day, which just works out well for a lot of people. And if that's not a clue for some of you lodges, yes, we can do degree work any day of the week now. Any time of the day, as long as it doesn't cross that midnight threshold. A lot of lodges I've seen are starting to go to Saturday degree work. And that's what this is. So if you're one of those guys or know one of those guys, they should have gotten an email from the Grand Master about this event. Again, it's going to be on March the 2nd, 9 a.m. is the gavel time. And as I understand it, the Grand Master himself will be involved in the degree work, and they have a top-notch ritual team there to put on this event. So get your reservations in. And again, if you're involved in this, you should have gotten an email already. So if you didn't or are interested, just shoot me an email, squarelylevel@candace-mason.org, and I'll get you the information. So if you follow the channel, or if you've gone back and watched some episodes, you know there's a couple episodes there where I was really pushing the Discovering Freemasonry program. And it is wonderful. It is an opportunity for your lodge to invite the public in and see what's going on. But Albert Pike Lodge down in Wichita is taking this Discovering Freemasonry program and just blowing it wide open. And on March the 9th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're having a huge Discovering Freemasonry. They're calling it an open house event. They're inviting, actually they sent out letters and invitations to every lodge in the state. They're sending out invitations to the media, all the organizations around the Wichita area to come in and check out what Freemasonry is all about. Awesome. And I also know that there's a team involved here, and they're going to try to do this in 4 or 5 other locations around the state throughout 2019. But the first one is March the 9th, starting at 3 o'clock. They're going to have snacks and beverages. It's going to be a huge event. And they've asked lodges that might have interested potential candidates to bring 3 people, or heck, just send 3 lodge representatives to come down and check out what it's all about and to see what this type of event can do for your lodge. This is a huge deal. And if you're interested in going to this and you didn't receive an email, again, just shoot me an email, squarelylevel@candace-mason.org. I will get you the information or put you in contact with the people you need to talk to either be there or put on this type of event yourself. Something you may not have noticed yet, and it's kind of a big deal this year, is the band camp and Shrine Bowl have moved up by over a month and a half. That's right. Normally the Shrine Bowl is the very last Saturday in July. And of course, the Blue Lodge Band Camp, or the Kansas All Masonic High School Marching Band Camp, is the week preceding that. They come in on Tuesday. Local lodge hosts a meal for them that Tuesday. They have a great week at band camp, doing all sorts of stuff. This is kids from all over the state. And a great week culminating in participation in the Shrine Bowl banquet on Friday night. There's an award ceremony before that for the band students. But the Shrine Bowl banquet that Friday night, then they march in the big parade on Saturday morning, and then pregame and postgame, or pregame and halftime show by the band. For me, I always say It's a great band performance interrupted by the football game. But really, it is a great week of events culminated by that East-West All-Star game. But this week, looking at my notes here, that is going to be June the 8th. Band camp is the 4th through the 8th. Don't forget the deadline for band camp applications is March the 4th. Only 225 spots available in the band this year, so make sure you get those band applications in before that March 4th deadline. And then band camp is that first week of June, and the Shrine Bowl is June the 8th. So big things there. Make sure that your lodge or your Masonic organization gets your sponsorship application in right now. So people think that somehow I'm in the know on some things, and well, I am sometimes. Just right place, right time. And one of the questions I'm beginning is, Darren, do you know what the 2019 Raffle Vehicle is going to be? What am I talking about if you're not from Kansas? Well, for the past 3 years, the Kansas Masonic Foundation has purchased a vehicle, a beautiful vintage vehicle, and they've given lodges packets of raffle tickets. And lodges sell these raffle tickets, and then about 4 or 5 months later, we do the drawing for this car. And the kicker is, raffle tickets $20, but the lodges get to keep $15 of that. And they normally use that for charitable work or causes in the community. But that money the lodge raises stays right there. So every $20 ticket, $15 stays right in the local community. And we've given away some beautiful cars over the past 3 years. And the Kansas Masonic Foundation has returned close to $500,000 to local lodges. How awesome is that? Talk about a great fundraiser for your lodge. You don't have to do any of the work. The tickets are printed. They got posters, they got pictures, they got banners. It's just a matter of getting on the reservation list for that. And we talked about that in a previous episode. But this is a big deal. So everybody's wanting to know, what's the car going to be? What's the truck going to be? Is it a bus? Is it a motorcycle? What is it? Well, I can tell you, Bob Shively was down in Wichita several weeks ago at the Area District Deputy Orientation. And they kicked me out. I'm not sure what happened. But I think they announced it there of what it could be. And I've been hounding those area and district deputies, and they're not saying a word. But I also know that there's an article in the upcoming Kansas Mason. And I happen to know the editor of the Kansas Mason very well. So I have an advanced copy of the Kansas Mason. And let's just take a look at the reveal article for the 2019 vehicle. Yeah, that's what I got. They're going to press with it, and the only people that know what the vehicle is the guy who's running the printing press. If you stop the video here and go back and look at the picture I just posted, you can see it's a 19-something convertible. It gives a few details about the car. Obviously it's a car, but that's about it. It's either orange or red. I can't really tell, but yeah, that's what I got. You'd think they're worried about me telling somebody, but I am excited. My lodge did great. Actually, both my lodges that I belong to did great last year. Got close to $1,000 in one lodge and $2,000 in another lodge that I belong to. So this has been a great fundraiser for my lodges. It can be for your lodge. Oh yeah, raffle tickets going to be mailed out to you, presuming you're a Kansas Mason, right at the 1st of March. So you'll have them even before Grand Lodge. So I'm guessing when that Kansas Mason comes out, you'll be jonesing to start selling tickets. And the car will be at Grand Lodge in Wichita. I can't wait to see what it is and get my picture with it. I'll definitely going to have it right here for you. Might even do a live broadcast. What nobody really talks about at Grand Lodge much is that these ladies' events are getting more and more popular in association with their Grand Lodge events. And it seems to be that the ladies are actually encouraging the men to go to these things so that they can have a good time as well while the guys are off doing their thing. And it's really kind of a turnaround, because the ladies always used to have the crafty activities and things like that, or so it seemed to me anyway. And then there was kind of a lull in there over the past 10 years where we didn't do much with ladies' activities, and now they're just coming back with a vengeance. And these ladies groups are just getting bigger and bigger and rowdier sometimes, as it turns out. But they're having a hell of a good time. And whereas it used to be the guys trying to plan activities for the ladies are really planning their own events and scheduling them. They're just saying, hey, put it on the agenda so we can get more ladies involved. And so, while yes, Freemasonry is truly a men's organization, it's kind of a family thing too. We have the youth orders and such, and you'll see that at this year's annual communication. Incoming Grand Master Dale Morrow has involved some of the youth groups in that. And not just always associate Masons with DMLA, but the young ladies' youth orders, very, very important. And you'll see those at the 2019 officer installation. And we forgot to plug, make sure you register if you haven't already. So go to kansasmason.org, event registration. Sorry, forgot to plug that. But so there's that. But yeah, the ladies' events, yeah, I wasn't a big believer in them, but I was definitely proven wrong, and have been several times. And that's why I'm a big behind-the-scenes supporter of those and try to push those wherever I can. And that's the way it is. If you have a lady and you're a Freemason, you got to have their support. Otherwise, you may not be a very successful Mason at all, whether it's a Blue Lodge Mason, York Rite, Scottish Rite, Shriner, any of those things. You've got to have your ladies' support behind you if you're going to be doing those things. So, guys, if you haven't registered, that'd be the message. Is, guys, if you haven't registered your lady, get her registered. Get her in that group with some of the other ladies, and they can either brag about us or complain about us together.